Hi, everybody. Give me a second. Pulling a few things up. The last minute here. Okay, hi and welcome, everyone. You're watching another 24/7 live TBC broadcast on the same title we had yesterday, which was TBC offers alternative to the collapse of fiat currencies, such as the US dollar. We can call this part 2. My name is Paul, and this is episode 76, and today's date is June 24th, 2018. There's some exciting news that's out there with these new cookie rewards that I don't know about you, but I can't get over it. I'm talking to you guys that are a part of our community already. And it's just blowing me away. It really is. It's just an unbelievable thing, and yet I can completely and totally understand why admin is doing this. We do need to step it up so much when it comes to producing these or making these broadcasts, these live broadcasts, to get the word out about how our cryptocurrency is different than all the others, because it really, really, really is. And in a tremendous, tremendous way. And it's not too hard, it shouldn't be, for people to understand what that difference is. And I'm going to go over that right now real quickly for those of you who may be watching and not yet a part of the Billion Coin or our private community, because we have a private community with our cryptocurrency coin. We came out 2 years ago with this coin, and we never had any intention from the beginning of its creation to ever be put on the coin market cap, the trading markets, the exchanges, because once a coin gets on those, anyone could buy them up. There's no control over how that new money, that new coin, is distributed among the people of the world. There's just no control, right? Anybody can come in. If you only have a little bit of money and you understand what cryptocurrency is and you want to use it maybe as an option to protect what wealth you have that's in fiat currency, then, like gold or silver can be an option to protect your wealth. But, cryptocurrency, nobody can steal that from you. It's a lot easier to carry around. But you understand what I'm saying. You can go in and buy a small amount of whatever you can afford. And if you've got more money, you could buy a little bit more. And if you're wealthy, you can buy what you want. If you really believe and understand what cryptocurrency is, when you understand its value is the same as gold, in a sense that it is money. Okay, you're going to buy it to protect what you know or should know is the money that you have, the wealth that you have. If it's not based on anything except cash, stocks and bonds or things on the market, then it can disappear, which we have seen happen in other countries, and we've seen it happen right here in America. So I'm not lying to you, right? We saw the real estate bubble crash in 2008. Not crash, but burst. We saw the tech crash in 2000. We know all of it. And if, like you're me and you didn't live back in 1929 in the 30s, we still know what that Great Depression was. We still know what happened to the stock market in 1929. We may not understand yet, or have never bothered to check out why it actually happened. But the point is, we know it happens. We know it can happen. To think that it may not happen, oh, it's not going to happen in my lifetime. Well, you shouldn't even think like that, because if you've got any family that's going to be around after you, you don't want it to happen for them. So we are at a point in our history, mankind, where the technology is now here to change all of that. So the money system that has been put on us by the central bankers for centuries is coming to an end. And they are not going to go away quietly, because they have been in control over the world and their governments and the people for a very long time. Okay, not anymore. Satoshi Nakamoto, that's the guy who calls himself Satoshi Nakamoto, created the blockchain technology back in 2009. With that technology, he decided to create a coin, money. He realized he could. That was his whole motive. He saw what happened with the crash of 2008, and he said, this is crazy, and he developed it. Okay, so it's been around for 9 years now. The internet has been around for what? 28 years at least. Okay? We've never been in this situation in the history of mankind, to do something about this central banking system. So yesterday I talked about how in depth, well, not that much depth, but in depth of how we need a backup. You know, and everybody has been out there saying all the time, you know, have some gold, have some silver, you know, similar things of real value, so that when something happens with this fiat currency and it goes away, that you'll be able to survive. And people also talk about having some food on hand, extra food, extra water, water filters, you know, this, that, necessities, medications, just common sense stuff. And there's a whole industry out there that just tries to scare you into all that stuff because their motive is to sell you stuff, right? And they've been doing that for decades. The end of the world is coming. Stock up. Buy my 3 day, 72-hour meal kit. You know, buy 100 of them and you'll be fine. All that kind of stuff, right? So, but the point is, the crashes have come. People have lost, but chaos hasn't hit the streets. Do we see people in lines, you know, bread lines like we did in the 30s? Kind of. You got to go search for it though, okay? You got to go look for it. You'll see people on, you know, government handouts, food, that are so poor that they will give it to them free once a month. And the place where they give it to them, you will see a line of people waiting for their turn to get a couple of boxes of food. And that's what the central banking system wants. They want that situation. They want to just keep it on the brink of total collapse so that they can control you. And then, you know, they'll just continue to bail out the government or the industries at the last second to keep things going. But the reality is, we all know that debt is debt, and you can't keep creating more and more debt without it eventually imploding. Okay, and that's where we're at right now. Yesterday I touched on that. Americans are 70 trillion in debt. How can that system keep going? You're just going to keep making up money? It can't. It's going to crash. And when it crashes, the only thing that the central bankers can do is put the money back on gold, which they took off in 1971, took away from them. And that's when things really went bad, but we didn't see it because they brought out credit cards, right? Okay, so anyway, the billion coin was brought out 2 years ago with a mission, okay? And you won't hear that, I don't think, or see that with any coin on the market, because how can they have a mission when they can't control who's buying their coin? And how does that really help the masses if they can't get a money into their hands because the wealthy are buying that money? Okay? Common sense, right? It's a solution, it's an option for people if they've got some wealth that they can protect. But what about the masses that don't? Well, there's a lot of people, folks, that do have a retirement set up other than Social Security here in America. They have some kind of a 401 or whatever they're called, IRAs. Anyway, they've got their money in the stock market. There's where these funds are kept. And when that stock market crashes, they're going to lose their retirement. Unless they take some of that out of it and put it in some gold or silver or cryptocurrency. That's just a fact. Okay, that's going to happen. It's just a matter of time. Everybody's got an idea of when it's going to happen. Oh, this year, next year for sure. Oh, within the next 3 to 5 years. And then you've got the corporate media who's owned by the central bankers saying, hey, everything's cool. You know, it looks great for the next 10 years. You guys got nothing to worry about. But things have only gotten worse since 2008. They never got better. They've only gotten worse, and the proof is out there. All you got to do is do some research. The point is, our coin, the billion coin, not being on a market exchange, you won't find it there, so you don't hear about it. If you're into cryptocurrency, you hear about all these other coins, right? But you don't hear about the billion coin unless you're searching online on YouTube, learning about cryptocurrency, and all of a sudden you come across one of our videos about the billion coin. What is this? I never see TBC on the market exchange. I know what BTC is. I know what ETH is. I know what XRP is. I know what whatever. I know what Dash is. Okay, but you won't see TBC, the billion coin, on the market exchange because that would defeat the whole purpose of our existence. We now have, because it's abundant-based coin, meaning the price of our coin never goes down. It always goes up. Every single day, it goes up because we created it on an algorithm that creates wealth from you and I. When a person, a human being, whether they're a day-old child or the oldest person in the world, I always say, joins our community, it raises the price of our coin by 1 grain of gold. So whatever the price of gold is, that's what it will raise it up, 1 grain. That's the smallest measurement of gold that there is. It's smaller than a gram. In fact, it takes 480 grains to equal an ounce of gold. So what is a grain worth? Today it's worth $2.80. So every time someone joins, and hundreds and thousands of people join every single day, it raises the price of the coin for each person by $2.80. So yes, our coin after 2 years is already worth $8.4 million per coin. Not 6,500 or 6,300, whatever Bitcoin is today. 8.4 million. So you're probably thinking, well, how can anybody own a coin? Well, this is what I mentioned in the beginning of this video, these cookie rewards. Admin, because we have a mission to eliminate global financial poverty and to become a solution to do just that, not just an option to protect your current wealth, but a solution to all the world's problems that we're seeing, because politics and money are intertwined. They are basically the same. If you've got the money, you control the politics. If you don't have the money, then the politics are being controlled by somebody else. We haven't had our money in America since 1913, when a private bank called the Federal Reserve Bank took over our money. Okay, because of some traders who were bought and paid for by them. And we haven't been able to get rid of it since then. Now, it's been around before that. And I've mentioned Andrew Jackson. He was the first president to get rid of it. Okay, and it wasn't called the Federal Reserve back then. I believe it was just called the Bank of the United States of America, Bank of USA. Okay, and then they changed their name to the Second Bank of USA. And that's when Andrew Jackson got rid of it. Just eliminated it, destroyed it. Okay, they literally had to go bankrupt, that banking system. And they came back hard, real hard, in 1913. And they have not been, no one has been able to get rid of them, let's just say, since 1913. So we've had a run now of their complete power of our monetary system for 105 years. But because of technology, the internet, and blockchain, it's over for them. Okay, they don't know what to do. They can't do anything. When people can make up their own monetary system, their own money, then what do they need the central bankers for? What do they need that fiat currency, that money that's worth nothing, worthless, zero, zip, nada, zilch? It's not worth anything. Well, it's worth the paper they printed on, but other than that, it's not worth anything. And of course, when you go to use it, if it's on a plastic, they charge you money just to use your own money. Well, guess what? It's not your money. That's why they charge you. It's not your money. It's theirs. That's one of the reasons. It says Federal Reserve note on your dollar bills, on your money, on your cash, on your paper money. It says Federal Reserve note, okay? And on one side it says, US dollar or whatever. It's not our money. Okay, so if we want to own our politicians, which is what the Constitution is based on here in America, and therefore own our government, and therefore eliminate slavery in the United States, because we're all enslaved, right? We're enslaved to this system that they have driven down our throats with their propaganda and their manipulation of wealth here in America. They've done it all over the world. You know that. You see the poverty. Why? Why is there poverty in a world that's full of abundance? Why, after all these years, the decades, with all the technology we have seen in the last 200 years coming out, do we still have these third world countries, these developing countries? Why aren't they developed? It's because the central banking systems own those countries. And all they want is to strip those countries of their resources and put the wealth in their hands and leave the people in oppression, poverty, disease that comes with poverty, and all these things. Okay, so these are the first people that will wake up when they find out about cryptocurrency, and they do, and they are. Americans were the last to get into the cryptocurrency because we just have been brainwashed, and we get up every day and we see beautiful things. We're a completely developed country. Well, we're a first world country, but we do know that there's poverty right here in our country. We do know it, but we just don't see it unless we go and we're forced to see it, or we, go look for it. And who wants to go see that? Okay, so yeah, Americans, because we're living in a first world country, in any first world country, Canada, the UK, Australia, these countries that are first world country, they wake up and they don't see poverty. So they don't think about it, but they are struggling. The masses are struggling under this system. And we see what's happening. Of course, the media doesn't put that out, and I look around and I talk with my friends and they're going, Paul, they're acting as if everything's great. But you know what? I can't afford to go here anymore to eat. I have to go here. Now we can only go there like once every 6 months. What is going on? Well, it's common sense, especially with us people, not us, but anybody who is on a fixed income. They're in retirement age, they're on a fixed income, or even if they're working, they're on a fixed income, depending on what they're doing. The masses of people here in America, I'm just talking about America, it's all over the world. And if the prices keep going up, but their wages don't, then there's less and less that they can buy every single month. They have to get rid of something. They have, okay, well, there's no more of that. Or instead of that really nice, whatever I was using, I have to use a cheaper brand. It's probably crappy for my body. Or whatever. You understand what I'm saying? You start shopping at different stores. You start buying generic brands. Even that gets crazy. So here we are where the system has to change. You've got countries already taking their fiat currencies and putting it back on gold. Russia has completely done it and kicked out the central bankers. That's why the central bankers and the media demonize Russia as the enemy of the world. How ridiculous is that? Seriously. Okay, and then China has now put their yuan backed by gold. They put gold back behind their yuan. So they don't need the US dollar to buy their oil anymore. They're the largest consumer of oil. They're using their yuan. The yuan may end up being, if, it has a chance. I'm not saying it will be, but it's certainly, you can see that Europe is going east instead of west. Just watch the countries of Europe right now. Watch what's going on. The European Union is breaking up. You've got 12 countries in Europe that are against France and Germany. Okay? You see what's going on in Italy. Things are changing around the world. But even Germany and France are making deals with Russia for their gas, for whatever it is they need, with China, for whatever it is that they can get from China. And they're taking that gold-backed yuan over the US, worthless fiat dollar, Federal Reserve note. Those notes are all going to come back, by the way, when these countries are completely done with them. I mean, China, come on. Over 1 billion people in China, and they're no longer going to use our dollar. It's not ours, it's the Federal Reserve's, okay? But we get blamed for all the horror that goes on out in the world because we're citizens of America, and, well, you guys, it's your government. No, it's not ours. It's not our government. It's no longer we the people. It hasn't been we the people since 1913. But we're getting it back. We're getting it back. And so since we are getting it back, we need to get the information out that ours is the solution. Ours meaning our cryptocurrency, the Billion coin. You want to get involved. All the information is right below this video. You can go down, click on the links. The main site is thebillioncoin.info. You'll find everything you need to know about our coin and how it works. how the price goes up and never goes down. You'll see the algorithm. You'll see the calculators. You'll see a list of the broadcasts we are doing 24 hours a day. And you'll be able to get everything you want to know so that you will know whether you want to join or not. And it's still free to join, okay? Because you'll just fill out a little form and a link is down there below. And you'll get a free gift of Kringles. That's a division of our coin because, you know, with the price of our coin being so expensive, but it can be divided by 100 million, right? That's why you can buy Satoshi. You don't have to go out and buy one full coin of Bitcoin at whatever the price is, which, you know, a couple of days ago, it was like $6,300 or $6,400. That may be a little bit hard for most people to go buy one coin, but you can buy $100 worth of Satoshi. It's coin. It's just divisions of one coin. Like you could split $1 by 100 pennies. It's like that. Except that's all you can split $1 by is 100. But you can split a coin by 100 million. So, what was I saying? I don't know, but anyway, the billion coin, Kringles, is what we call a division of our coin. In Bitcoin, divisions are called Satoshi. They're called Satoshi after Satoshi Nakamoto, its creator. They're called Satoshis. Okay, again, you want our coin though, okay? Because yes, right now Bitcoin is 3 times larger in people using it than we are at the moment. We're only 2 years old, but Bitcoin's been around since 2009. They've got 12 million people using it, approximately. Okay, 12 million people out of 7.6 billion in the world. They have 12 million. And by the way, just in case you didn't know, Bitcoin came out with a cap, meaning they're only going to make so many coins. Their cap is 21 million coins. That's it. That gives it the supply and demand side. And of course, you have to mine. That's what they call miners. It's like, you know, work to dig gold out of a mine, except it's all, you know, with servers, I mean, with hardware and computer stuff, which, you know, goes right over my head. But anyway, it's expensive. It uses a lot of electricity and it takes a lot of time. So there's POW, there's proof of work also behind the coin. It makes it value. It makes it what it is. Real money. Okay, so we've got 3 million. We're just over 3 million members after 2 years. Okay, so our goal, and the reason why we call it the billion coin, is because we are going to make 1 billion coins. Not any more, not any less. 1 billion, because we want to eliminate poverty globally. So we need a larger amount of coins than Bitcoin to do that. But we also have control over who has those billion coins, which is not what you'll see with any other cryptocurrency. So ours is the only abundant-based coin so far. Now there's another one coming out. It'll be 3 years after we came out before another one comes out, okay, in April of 2019. And we'll see how that works, but it is on an algorithm. It's based basically on people, but instead of people, just people, it's actually based on purchases. Every time someone makes a purchase, it raises the value of their coin. It's going to by a fraction, where it already has. They're going through their ICO, I think, still. And they've broken all records for an ICO. And it's because people are understanding what an abundance-based coin is. And that's what they want. They don't want a coin that's going to go down in value the next day or have a chance to go down in value anytime. Of course, if they hang on to it, which is why they do have a small economy, because merchants who are accepting it are just sticking it in their wallet and just leaving it alone. They don't have to turn around and depend on it to be of the same values that they can go buy and restock their stuff and sell you more. They've got enough cash flow. So they can just leave their Bitcoin in their wallets. And they know that 12 months later, because of supply and demand, it's going to be higher priced. So that's common sense and logic, and that's smart of them to do that. And they're in a real good position. When you can accept Bitcoin from a few people, you want to, okay? It's money. So the thing is, there's nothing controlling that distribution of that coin. So it could all end up in the central bankers' hands again. If they buy it, they're the wealthy. They've got all the wealth of the world. They can buy all the cryptocurrency they want. If it's on a trading exchange, they can't buy it with the billion coin. We don't allow it. We have kept a small amount of centralization, control. We control it because we control our wallet. You can't just go out to a wallet company like you can with any other cryptocurrency, and there's probably hundreds of different wallets out there, and just I'm going to use your wallet. Okay, great. We'll charge you a fee for using our wallet. Every time you make a transaction, the miners will charge you also because they're working on that blockchain. But we don't do that. We own our wallet system. You have to get your wallet to hold your cryptocurrency in Kringles or billion coin in a wallet that you can only get from us. Okay. Yes, we do have control over the wallets. We have to. We can't do what we're designed to do without control of the wallets. And if we were on a trading exchange, we would also lose that control. As soon as we get to our first billion members, we will decentralize the wallet system. The blockchain is completely decentralized. Okay. But the wallet we have kept control over. Again, common sense and logic. If you want to accomplish a goal or a mission with a monetary system like cryptocurrency, you've got to have the ability to control the distribution of that wealth. Otherwise, the same thing will happen with anything we've always experienced. The wealthy will get wealthy and the poor will stay poor. And there'll be this big division because that's what they want. And they have no problem taking their time getting it. They're in no rush. And this is why they're so successful. Okay, whereas us people, we like this instant gratification. As soon as we get money in our hands, let's go spend it, okay? Or whatever. We tend to be that way, and that's the difference between the masses and these few central bankers that are basically united in their mission. And it's evil. It's pure, pure, pure evil. Okay, so again, back to our mission, because that's a solution to what's going on in the world now, to completely change it. Like I said, if we the people have our own money, then we can control, we can own our own politicians, we can control and own our own government, and we can live in peace if that's what we want. We can do anything we want as people who are united. So we need to control the distribution of that wealth. We are going to create 1 million billionaires, multi-billionaires. Okay? 1 million billionaires. If you haven't heard that before, 1 million billionaires is what our coin is going to do. We are going to do that. And then we're going to create 1 billion multimillionaires. You want to be a part of that first billion? You want to be a part of that first million? Come aboard. It's free to sign up, but there is a $10 charge. But let me tell you how that goes down. and why there is that. Okay, because there didn't used to be any charge at all for the last 2 years that we've been in business. There was an option for $10 for your back office if you wanted to give the coin away. Not the coins that we have, but admin gives it away. Okay, so he had to set up a duplicatable site where you can join. It's kind of like, having a sponsor and having a downline, but it's not really a downline. Okay, but it works with word of mouth. That's what it is, word of mouth distribution. Okay, so it's like network marketing, except we're not selling anything. This is money. Okay, yes, we do sell money. We trade it, is what we're doing. We're trading our coin for worthless coin. If that's all you have is fiat cash, we'll take it independently. Our members, admin doesn't take it. Admin, in fact, doesn't sell any coins. He only sold to the original 171 people 2 years ago, and that was it. Anybody who wanted to buy the billion coin or pieces of it had to buy it from other members that already had it, and it went from there. But he's sitting on a ton of coins. He needs to get them out. So he has these promotions. He calls them cookie reward promotions. And it's a way of him saying, hey, if you will help get the word out, I'm going to give you some coins. And if you're brand new, I'll give you some coins to get you started just for nothing. But if you step up and do something, even if you make a real purchase, buy something from one of the members, buy $100 worth of Kringle at that current Kringle price, I'll give you so many cookie rewards, which can be redeemed in our redemption months. We just had one. We'll have another one in 5 months. We have them every 5 months. November's the next time. You'll get your cookies built up in your back office. You'll push a redemption button during that month, and they'll turn into real Kringle coins in your wallet. And you'll be able to spend them right then. Okay? It's just, it sounds too good to be true, but understand that when your value of your coin is based on having it in your hands, having it in people's hands, the more people that have it, the more value that coin is, right? Because more people are using it, it becomes its own economy. Like Bitcoin has this small economy. There are stores and places out there where they're accepting Bitcoin. Some places are expecting, they're accepting Litecoin, they're accepting Ethereum, but it's very, very tiny. And we're at 3 million, so we're even tinier than Bitcoin, which is at 12 million people. But now we have created a brand new blockchain platform, super, super fast transaction speeds, faster than Ripple. And Ripple is just a digital coin. It's not even on a blockchain. They could do 1,500 transactions per second. We could do 2,000 to 3,000 per second. And we're on blockchain. Okay? That's a game changer. That's a game changer right there. Not to mention we're an abundance-based coin. So we have everything to offer anybody who wants to accept our coin. And not only that, we're giving away free coins for just accepting our coins. It's crazy. But we know what we're doing, and we're distributing that wealth out as evenly as humanly possible. We're going to have every person on this world abundant. And that may sound crazy, but it's just money, folks. It's just abundance. When you have 5 or 6 countries that are first world countries, and you've got over 240 countries in the world, what is the problem here? Why isn't the rest of these 240 countries developed? Why is there only 6 countries of us that are so-called developed countries? We just want to change that. We want everybody living like it looks like in America. But we want to go even further and eliminate all the problems we have here in America that is due to the lack of money. The crime that's due to the lack, the disease that's due to poverty, is due to lack. Just so much. So much when you think about it. And you don't have to run to be a politician to make things change anymore. You can just be sitting there in your home doing your life and just join our community for free. And then if you go through the process of signing up, which takes about 15 minutes, you'll know at the end there whether you want to spend your $10 or not. Okay, because we don't want your money. Okay, we want people that are like-minded, unselfish, and not greedy. We want you if that's you. And when you come into our system, you will be given 10 questions, 10 paragraphs. It's our mission statement. You will know at the end of that mission statement and answering those 10 questions with a true or false answer that they give you. You can't, fail the test. What it does is it vets you either into the system, or you're going to say, you know what, this doesn't sound like it's for me. I kind of like being where I'm at in my life and having my fancy car, driving down the street and having all my neighbors going, wow, look at that guy. Okay. I always love bringing stuff like that up. But you get what I'm saying, right? We don't need everybody. We just need 1 billion. Okay. But 1 billion of us will take care of the rest. We could take care of 3 times the amount of 6.5 billion people if we wanted to with our coin. So yes, the time is now. The time is changing. The masses are coming into cryptocurrency, just like the masses came in the mid-90s to the internet. Okay, you don't have to know anything. You don't have to know everything about the internet. You don't have to know everything about cryptocurrency or blockchain technology to get in. But get in, and get in quick, because it can help. The faster we get this done, the faster we'll see the change that we can't even comprehend. We've never even been able to imagine it because we've been so brainwashed into this scarcity mindset. Okay. I think I'm going to wrap it up. Let me go thank everybody who's sat through this again. Joe Stevens, TBC Doctor, Lucy Brown. Nice to see you, Lucy. Hi, Romeo. I think I got something from you today. I'll have to check that out. Joe Stevens, TBC Doctor, Lucy Brown. Nice to see you. Okay, Stephen Coffey, appreciate you so much. I love watching your things. You're into God. I'm into God. I love your prayers. I love you, brother, period. I love all you guys, okay? You guys are the greatest. I mean, it's amazing how this system that we have draws the kind of people it does, doesn't it? Isn't that amazing that we're seeing people that are like-minded coming together for a reason that's so good? And I mean, if you don't have love for your fellow human beings, you're not going to want to be a part of our community. That's what it comes right down to. Because we are only doing something that's good. So anyway, all you guys, thank you so much for being here. I just can't talk enough about the system, the way it is, the ability of our coin to change it. The power, I see it, but I need to get it into people's minds. And all I can do is these live broadcasts. And we need more broadcasters. Obviously, that's why admin has stepped up the reward systems for us to do these broadcasts. It's incredible. Yes, we need to do this. We need to do this. The faster we can do it, the faster we're going to accomplish our goal, which is a righteous goal. Okay. As far as I know, what's tomorrow? I'm already scheduled. And that's another thing I wanted to talk about real fast here. You know, I did a video the other day. In fact, it got kind of messed up. I had to do 2 parts on showing people how to do a live broadcast. It didn't come out very good as far as I'm concerned. There's a lot better ones out there. Even Steven's got a better one than I, way better. But I keep thinking I want to go back and do it again and maybe do 1 a week or something, because it's so easy to do it once you do it. And I was a little bit, not scared, but a little bit nervous about doing my first one, especially since I'm not, you know, a techie type person with computers and stuff. But I made myself learn just enough to get on here. Nothing fancy, just get on. I still haven't figured out how to play music where you guys can hear it, not just me. But the point is, if I can do this, anybody can. So it's like, okay, maybe I'll just do 1 video every so often, and maybe I'll just get better at putting it together and making it quick and easy and to understand if I just do multiple ones. We do have to get the information out to everyone as fast as possible. It's almost a crime not to. Okay, so I'm scheduled tomorrow, Monday, same place, same time, same channel. I hope you guys had a great weekend. Don't worry, be happy. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.